Hey guys, M.V.K here coming to you again with versus match with a twist. How's everybody doing out there? So let's kick it off right into the last match winners. I gave you best mascot, and Sonic and Mario tied for the win this time around. So big ups to them. So next versus match with a twist, as you can see, best fictional sword. So I got 10 fictional swords for you, and let's kick it off with the first sword, Excalibur. Now there are different versions, but I like this design. That was really cool. Excalibur, of course, is the sword that the legendary King Arthur Pendragon. I've always loved his last name, Pendragon. Wielded, very powerful sword. Loved it. Uh, Excalibur. Next up, the Sword of Omens. Yeah, who wouldn't put this in the list? Best fictional sword. Embedded in the hilt is the Eye of Thundera, wielded by Lionel, and this sword has gotten Lionel out of a lot of trouble, as well as it's helped the Thundercats a great deal, and it's a very powerful sword as well. Next up, the Power Sword, or Sword of Grayskull, wielded by He-Man himself. Now the thing about the Sword of Grayskull, is we never really see He-Man really use it in swordsmanship until maybe later on, but it is a very powerful sword and it serves its purpose. Next up, Soul Calibur. I used this version of Soul Calibur, their last image of Soul Calibur. I like this version of it better. This is the good sword. Always enjoyed it. Very powerful as well. And we're can't go without Soul Calibur without Soul Edge. Soul Edge is the evil sword, and it is, dude. It's got an eye on it, and it just literally looks so disgusting. And it's wielded by Nightmare himself, and it's just a heck of a sword. Next up, the Dragon Sword. Now, this may look like just an ordinary katana blade, but it is actually a very powerful sword as well, wielded by Ryu Hayabusa himself. It embedded in its hilt is the eye of the dragon that his Ryu's ancestor killed with that sword. Very powerful sword. Next up, Tetsaiga. Tetsaiga, the sword wielded by Inuyasha, was created from his father's tooth, and then later on by his tooth. It's a very powerful sword, and it serves Inuyasha very well. The Master Sword. Trusted sword that has helped him protect Hyrule throughout his career, his 25 years of existence. And I can't say any more about it. It's just a very good sword. Next up, the Sword of Sparta. This sword was wielded by Dante and Virgil's father, Sparta, and later on, Dante used it in a couple of games, and then later on we saw him give it to Trish to use. But it's another very powerful sword. And number 10, the Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer is this huge sword that the character Gatsu carries from Berserk. And one thing I've always said about Gatsu is, like, he's got to be pretty strong to be wielding that giant sword around with ease. So there you have it, guys. I know there are a lot of other fictional swords out there, but I chose those 10. Choose from those 10. Voting begins now and ends as usual Monday. This is Mom Running Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real. You guys take care.